Hey everyone, Oz here. Today, I want to cover a question that I get quite a bit, and that's about direct mail marketing. So many people who are starting in this industry, they get their information from different sources, and one of the biggest problems is the source of information in this industry, right? Either you're learning what you're learning about the industry from other people who are offering merchant cash advance, or you're learning it from some other company who might be providing you training on how things work. But it's important that you get your information from independent sources. That's the first thing. The second one is reliable sources, all right? So when you usually get information from a so-called lender, they have their own interests involved in the advice they give. So a lot of times what you hear from is kind of benefiting them in the long run. So if anyone tells you that you need to be working with one lender, kind of stay away, because you're running your business and you should have the independence of being able to submit your deal to whomever you want. That's the first thing. The second part is I get this question that some people go through a certain training and they hear that, oh, you got to be doing direct mail marketing. So buy these envelopes and buy these letters and mail them out, and you're going to have your phone ringing off the hook. I want to know my opinion on that, since we're running the largest marketing agency, inbound marketing agency in the industry, specifically for the alternative lending and merchant cash advance. And I am also the founder of Merchant Cash Advance Success Blueprint program, where we show people how to build this business from scratch without any telemarketing or cold calling or direct mail or anything like that. So my take on that is I never say direct mail does not work. But let's think about this scenario, right? You buy a bunch of envelopes and you have your target audience, you have your list of contacts, and you buy your stamps and you pay a company to build some flyers and stuff it in the envelopes and things like that, unless you're doing it yourself, and you mail it out. You do an email blast. The mail blast. Then you wait. You wait for someone to get back to you. But usually what you're leaving out is that back then, direct mail was the right way to generate leads. Like 10, 15, 20 years ago, that's one of the primary ways of communicating with a cold audience, since the email marketing is not that famous and you barely have online, right? That's why it was like the primary way of getting clients and sales. But fast forward to today, when you send a direct mail out, the person opens the envelope. Like, think of it yourself or the family that you know. You open up a direct mail, you pull out, you read it. Your immediate thought process, all right, this sounds interesting. Let me check this company out. So it's very unlikely that someone is going to read this letter and be like, oh my God, this is the best thing I've ever seen. Let me just call them right away and sign up with what they have, right? People are skeptical naturally, right? Because they have access to unlimited information through Google, and they take advantage of that. Right now, we're living in an age that, regardless of the age group, or regardless of whether they're online savvy or not, most people know how to do a Google search. So they're going to take your name, or whatever name is on that flyer, or the company name, and put it on Google, and they're going to check what they see, right? And many times, those who send out these direct mail letters, they have very weak online presence, or it doesn't exist. So the person who's doing this check and they see not much of you on search engines or on Google, there's a mismatch. So what happens? Their crocodile brain kicks in and asks them, are you going to fight or flight, right? That's how we react as human beings. That's how we survive for thousands of years. That's our initial gut reaction is, are we fighting or are we running away from this? Gut reaction tells them you got to run away. There's something wrong with this, okay? That's scenario number one. That's what's going to happen most likely. Second option, someone reads this and they say, oh my God, this is the perfect timing. I really need funding, so I got to call these guys. But they're still a little skeptical because this came out of the blue, obviously. They call you, but then this turns into an interrogation because they don't know if they can trust you or not. And also they want to make sure that you're a credible source, you're legit, and they ask you a ton of questions because they need you to convince them that you're an actual business. So for that reason, this turns into a back and forth game that even if you talk to a bunch of people, the actual realization of them turning into deals funded and money in your bank account is getting lower and lower. And as usual, I'm not stating my opinion on this. This is the facts. If you go do some research, the response rate and the open rates on direct mail is less and less and less every single year for the past 6-7 years. One way that this would work, because I know there are a ton of merchant cash advance companies, they still do direct mail, although again, the response rate is lower, but they might still be making the ROI, is if they have a strong online presence, they have their landing page set up. If the email they have is not ending with john@gmail.com, if they have a professional looking phone number, right? Or if they have maybe their own picture somewhere on the social media, if they have proper LinkedIn profile, so when they look at the person who's checking this out, see that this is an actual company. Now then it's going to be more effective. Otherwise, you stand no chance of being picked among all the other direct mail that these people get and be the winner, right? So if you're in the process of sparing money to blast out some direct mail piece, I want you to consider these factors before you do that. Because many people get into the industry, they have very limited amount of budget and they just spend it on things like that. And to me, this is more like a shotgun approach. It's not predictable. It's not highly trackable. Like you have a list of prospects and you're just blasting it out and you don't know the open rates. You can't really control, you can't really get feedback from the people. Like, did they really get it? If they got it, did they open it? If they open it, did they like the content? The testing is very limited, unlike online marketing, right? So for that reason, it's not my favorite. And this comes from someone that back in the day, I used to do direct mail marketing for chiropractors. Like I've written a lot of direct mail copy and mailed, close to 1 million pieces for chiropractors. So it's not like I am the enemy of direct mail marketing because I do online marketing. I come from that background, but I now understand its limitations. So hopefully this kind of resolves that mysterious question whether direct mail works or not. There are factors that contribute to the success of that, but there are much better ways to build your business than direct mail. So if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so. There's a link below. And if you do have any questions about this, you can please comment and give me your feedback below this video. And probably on the right side, you're going to see a bunch of other videos from other topics that I covered in regards to alternative lending and merchant cash advance. If you're looking for a way to get started in this industry and you're looking for an independent training that kind of shows you the industry like it is and helps you guide you to the right direction, there's a link below this video where it allows you to see a free webinar that kind of takes you deep inside the industry and shows you the potential, how to make money, the pitfalls, and how to build this. Take advantage of that. It's 100% free. There's a link is below. But thanks for watching this and looking forward to hearing from you. Take care now. Bye-bye.